Jack.
Take that to Bill Holland.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Scott County High School. I'm Mike Ritchie, along with Mark Walls, Jack Wilhite, Kevin Ritchie. We're the Scott County Sports Network, bringing you Scott County athletics all season long here on the internet. Tonight's basketball game should be a good one. Scott County comes in with a record of 4-1. Their only defeat over in Paris last weekend to Montgomery County. Head coach Billy Hicks in his 22nd season, 895 victories, 249 defeats. They'll welcome in the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles. Head coach Nate Valentine has his team on a roll as well. Perfect 4-0 on the season. They defeated Tates Creek the other night, 63-47. They're out of the 11th region, 43rd district. Scott County, Lexington Christian, undefeated versus a one-loss Cardinal team. Should be a good one. It always is. Lexington Christian defeated Scott County last year. Scott County looking for the payback here tonight. We'll have it for you on the Scott County Sports Network. When we come back, we'll go over the season stats for both teams and much more on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls. Scott County High School. Scott County hosting the undefeated Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy. Head coach Nate Valentine, Mark, got his teams playing well. And when you look at them, what are some of the season stats that jump out at you when you look at Lexington Christian? I know, the field goal percentage mark is 52.5. They're shooting 38.6% from the three-point line. Almost 71% from the free throw line, and that speaks volumes. Averaging 59.5, giving up 43.7. What else jumps out at you?
Well, Mike, pretty balanced scoring. Trevor Hill averages 12.5 points a game. Trey King averages 22.3. And then Kyle Rode averages 12.5 points per game. That's a pretty good clip when you look at what you expect out of Lexington Christian. They're going to be very similar to what you call a system-type team. They're going to run the 2-2-1 full-court press. They're going to come down and try to swing the ball from left to right and set up the three. But you got to be careful because what they've improved upon year after year is their ability to put the ball on the floor and take it to the basket, which just makes them that much more dangerous as a team. But like I said, it's going to be interesting because they're going to play their system no matter what Scott County throws at them. So it's going to be interesting to see if Scott County can disrupt that system and force them to do some things that they don't normally do.
All righty, so that's LCA, like I said, a perfect 4-0 out of the 43rd District, 11th Region. They're getting ready to take on Scott County's home team Cardinals. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at Scott County season stats, do a quick overview of their last game against Powell County, where they were victorious 76-57. We'll be back right after this.
The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold or download ebooks and free music. Scott County Public Library. Every day, every aid.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars, think green.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, along with Mark Walls. Jack Wilhite run the camera. Kevin Ritchie, as always, behind the computer screen. We're at Scott County High School, Mark. We talked about LCA, a formidable opponent for Scott County. We'll kind of use them as a chance to see how Scott County's ready to face some of the stiffer competition in the 11th region. But speaking of that, looking at the Scott County season stats with a record of 4-1, what jumps out at you?
Mike, from a shooting perspective, they're 41.8 from the field. They're 41.8% from the field from the two-point range. They're shooting 34% from the threes, which that's pretty good. I really would like to see them shoot around that 45% mark from the field. They're very capable of doing that. They've just had a couple of bad games here the last game, especially Montgomery County, where they just couldn't throw it in the ocean. You shoot 15% for the first quarter and 20-some% for the game. That's going to lower that percentage pretty quick.
Right.
But the biggest thing that sticks out is that they really need to get corrected and the ship righted is the free throw percentage of 54.5. That's not going to win you very many ball games. As a matter of fact, that's probably going to cost you some. The assist to turnover ratio before the Montgomery County game last Saturday night, that was back to an even 1-to-1. They're back to 14 turnovers to 11 assists. You really want to see that at a 2-to-1 assist over the turnover ratio. So they need to protect the basketball a little bit better. As a rebounding team, they're doing a very good job. 48 total rebounds a game for the Cardinals, while opponents are only averaging 32. So they do get a lot more opportunities because of their ability to rebound the basketball. But like I said, Mike, from a team perspective, they shoot the ball pretty decent. They just really need to work on that free throws.
All righty, Mark. Thanks for the heads up. And we talked about the season stats. Let's kind of recap the game the other night. That would be Tuesday night down in Powell County. They went down there as a prohibitive favorite, come out with looks like a 19-point victory, 76-57. What jumped out at you at the last basketball game against Powell County?
Well, Mike, they shot 44% from the field, only 52% from the line. They were 13 of 25 from the free throw line, so it would have been a much bigger margin if they'd have hit their free throws. They were pretty balanced in scoring. You had Cooper Robb with 12 points, Glenn Covington with 12 points, Michael Moreno with 16, and Big Cooper Watts with 14. Michael Moreno had a pretty impressive game, 16 points as I mentioned, but 14 rebounds, so that's a pretty good double-double. Cooper Watts had 6 boards, Cooper Robb had 4, and Bryce Long had 4. So, that wasn't too bad a deal. But again, the free throw thing's just is a big problem. Now, Powell County's got some issues down there with their young team starting out the season. They had a bunch of turnovers. They had 29 turnovers. Scott County scored 31 points, so they were able to turn them over, which is pretty good when you look at it. But, like I said, second chance points is 29-12 because Scott County out-rebounded them 45-24 or 34.
All righty, Mark. Thanks for that update. A lot of numbers, but we're getting set to see what only matters. Action on the court. Scott County, Lexington Christian, about 5.5 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back. You're watching Scott County High School basketball exclusively on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
The Hockensmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at HockensmithAgency.com. The Hockensmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Jack Wilhite. Spanning the crowd to see who all's here tonight at the basketball game, Mark. You know, we talked about Lexington Christian. You're pretty much a system. A lot of their stuff came over and almost kind of like almost pseudo-Lexington Catholic with that 2-2-1 press. Scott County, a lot of youth getting older, and, you know, Coach Hicks has scheduled a ton of ball games here in the first week or two. We've been to most of them. Where do you think Scott County is from where they started a couple of weeks ago to where they are now?
Well, I think they've made strides. The biggest issue that I've got is when you look at them is kind of shot selection, but you've got a bunch of guys. This next week, this weekend, going into next week, I think your football guys are back into a little bit more basketball rhythm. I'm not going to say basketball shape because that'll take a little bit longer, but they've got the feel of the basketball back in their hands compared to the oblong ball. So I think you're going to see that improvement. I think what I like about them is they play hard and they're fun to watch. The thing they've got to understand and learn as the season goes along is to play with that intensity level at the highest level for the longest period of time that they can. As we noticed, especially in Montgomery County, they made a nice spurt to get back in the game, got back into the game, kind of said, well, we're back, we're going to ease off a little bit. You can't do that, especially as you get into the 11th region. You're going to have to up that intensity level and hold it at a bigger thing. And I think that's the thing I want to see from game to game if they're able to do that. And if they do, I think they're going to be okay. Like I said, they're going to be big swings up and down early, but come district tournament time, I think Scott County's going to be in pretty good shape, and you're not going to really want to play them.
You know, Mark, this is our first opponent, 11th region opponent. But the thing that interests tonight, and I just want to kind of get your take on it, that 2-2-1 full-court press that we're going to see from Lexington Christian, what will that show strengths and weaknesses from Scott County as far as growing up and becoming more of a team? Because you got to play pretty well to beat that zone.
Well, it's going to be the patience because the zone's designed to speed you up, the full court press. So what you're going to see is how well they've progressed as far as being patient and taking what the defense gives you and moving the basketball. If they pick up the basketball right across midcourt, that's a bad signal because they're going to trap and they're going to back tip, and they can't do that. What they've got to understand is once they beat the press at midcourt, the way you get Lexington Christian or Lexington Catholic or any other pressing team out is you attack the basketball, because if you can get the ball to midcourt, then you should have an advantage on the back end because they've got everybody on the front end trying to trap you.
Right.
So once they can't hold up, and sometimes with a young team, once you beat the press, you want to stop. And when Scott County's been successful against the 2-2-1, they continue to just attack, because what happens is you got the advantage on the back end if you can get the ball down there.
All righty, Mark. Now, one lineup change for Scott County. It started last Tuesday night. Glenn Covington, a freshman, that's kind of stepped in for Cam Fluker. I don't think Cam Fluker was doing anything wrong. It's just an opportunity. Glenn Covington, we've seen him, and you've seen him here on a lot of the football games. He's one heck of an athlete. He's come out, and he's made an impact, and he's been rewarded with that start.
He has, Mike, and the thing there, you're right, Cam's not done anything wrong. He's still playing well. It gives Coach Hicks the ability to balance the second unit with the first unit as far as point guard play. Covington's a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical, but both players are going to contribute. And as we've seen this year, he's playing 8 to 9 people because we are back to running up and down the floor, pressing, let's get after them. So both guys are going to play, and we weren't at Powell County from what I understand. Kudos out to Cam Fluker because he played great and he didn't drop the head because he's not starting, which that's a big sign, especially for a freshman to have the maturity to do that and understand that the team comes first. So kudos to Cam Fluker, and like I said, they're all going to get their minutes. When it comes out in the end, you need to just look at the amount of minutes played, and I think you're going to see they're pretty equal.
All righty, Mark, let's do this. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back for the starting lineups. Lexington Christian 4-0 taking on the 4-1 Scott County Cardinals here on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
Steve Skierman, Agency Manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment. Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history of providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky, here for your needs 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Great job by the Scott County Junior Air Force ROTC cadets in the presentation of our flags. And we got to listen to my favorite national anthem version, the Navy Choir, Mark. What about that?
The Navy Choir.
Yep.
I thought it was Stavro Brothers.
So now for our starting lineups. First for the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles, their head coach, Nate Valentine, at one guard spot. Number 10, Trevor Hill. He's a 6'2 senior, 12.5 points, 4.8 rebounds for the young man. Also at guard, number 21, Isaiah Hunt. He's a 6'1 freshman, 5.8 points, 1 rebound of all game. A combo guard, forward combo player, number 22, Kyle Rode. He's a 6'5 freshman, 12.5 points, 5.3 rebounds. At forward, number 23, Trey King, a 6'6 junior, athletic-looking player. And, Mark, you look at his numbers, 22.3 points, 7.5 rebounds. You know he's going to bring it tonight. And rounding out the starting lineup. At forward, number 25, Austin Hall, a 6'4 sophomore, 2.8 points per ball game, 4.8 rebounds. Now, as they darken the gym, your Scott County Cardinals at one guard spot. Number 2, Bryce Long. He's a 6'1 freshman. 11.2 points, 4.0 rebounds on the ball game on the season. The other guard, number 10, Cooper Robb. He's a 6'1 sophomore. 11.4 points, 6.8 rebounds of all game. Also at guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 14, Glenn Covington, 10 points, 2.5 rebounds of all game. At forward, number 24, Michael Marino. He's a 6'6" freshman, 12 points, 9.6 rebounds of all game. Going to be a good one for Scott County. And rounding out the starting lineup, the key to the ball game, in my opinion, a 6'6" junior senior, number 44, Cooper Watts, 12 points and 8.4 rebounds. So, Mark, I kind of said it right there. I think he's going to be the key. What are some of the things that Cooper Watts can do tonight from that center spot when you think about that full court pressure?
Well, the thing about it, Mike, is if he can get the rebound and get it out quick, then they can beat the press before it can get set up. The other thing that he can do is you're going to force LCA to kind of work from the perimeter. They like to shoot the threes, but in order to shoot the three good, you've got to establish some type of inside game. So if he can defensively control the paint where they don't get any looks, then it makes it tougher to play just from the three-point line. You've got to be able to go inside out. So if he can take that away from them in the paint, then that'll be a big advantage to Scott County.
Trey King, Cooper Watts, the jump. Scott County basketball in the hands of Glenn Covington. Left side, Scott County in the home white. Going to get a double dribble. Bryce Long. A little bit of out of sync right there, so to speak. Scott County, like I said, in the home white. Their numbers red and outlined in blue along with the letters. Lexington Catholic in the road blue uniforms, plain white numbers and letters across the chest and across the back. Handling the basketball, 6'5" freshman Kyle Rode, and he's a good-looking player as well, Mark.
Yeah, he really is. And right there, Cooper Watts is going to get the first foul of the game.
So the foul's going to be on Cooper Watts. That'll be his first.
And Mike, that's the one thing. One thing that he's got to do, he's got to stay out of foul trouble.
So Kyle Rode with the basketball, being checked by Cooper Robb. Scott County in their patented man-to-man defense inside to Trey King. Turnaround 8-footer. No good. Good-looking rotation. Rebound. Glenn Covington, he knows one. Speed. Covington gone in football mode. Bank shot.
That's good.
They're going to count it. Continuation is the call from Wade Branscombe. No basket. He mentioned it as being good. Number 10, I guarantee you, Mark, I thought for sure he did the motion that the basket was good, but Scott County gets the basketball under their own basket inside to Covington. Quick jumper. No good. Little strong. Ball out of bounds off of Cooper Watts.
I'm not quite for sure.
Basketball.
I'm not quite for sure that I agree with the no basket.
Yep.
He was in the air, contact, and he shot it afterwards. That was all in one motion. I think they might have missed that one.
Kyle Rode with the basketball. Spin move at the elbow extended. Air ball. Good defense by Cooper Robb. Rebound Michael Marino. We're going the other way. Marino over top of Austin Hall. No good. Scott County getting the looks, Mark. Can't get it to fall. As Trevor Hill gets it down to Rode around Robb. Mark, I thought that went off his, that might have been instead of the foul call, let's give him the basketball.
Yeah, instead of a foul, no harm, no foul. They'll give it to him out of bounds. Mr. Rode looks pretty good, but now I'm going to tell you what, he's got to get that ball down a little bit lower against these quick hands of Scott County.
Trevor Hill trying to inbound the basketball to Kyle Rode. Floater, another air ball for Lexington Christian. It looked like Austin Hall took a shot to the gut. Glenn Covington splits the defenders. We're going to say out of bounds off of Kyle Rode. Scott County will keep the basketball. 6:41 to go, Mark. Somebody's got to score eventually. And that'll bring Christian McBeath, a 6'3 junior, in for Austin Hall.
Watch for the curl play here off the inbounds. They'll look for Michael Marino coming back in. Pretty well scouted.
Cooper Robb, three-pointer air ball. It's no good. Nobody really being aggressive as the ball float all over the floor. Cooper Robb picks it up. Glenn Covington gets the shot blocked, if you want to call it that, by Trey King. Cooper Robb with the putback.
Good follow there by Cooper. Honestly, I thought Glenn passed up an easier layup than trying to make it in the reverse. I don't know if he expected to be that wide open, Mike.
So 6-12. First bucket has been scored by Scott County. There's a bad pass for Trevor Hill. He couldn't pull it back. Cooper Robb over top of Rode. No good. Loose ball. Who wants it? Trevor Hill quickly out to Trey King. Two-handed jam. Good. I say that's a pretty high percentage shot for that young man.
Yeah, and that's a situation where, Scott County got caught with just nobody checking back.
Tied at 2 here. 5:47 to go. Scott County, Lexington Christian tied. Up. Cooper Robb, left side, back out to Marino. 18-footer, top of the key. Good. Michael Marino.
They'll call that a 2, Mike. And that's what Michael Marino can do at that 4-hole, because he can pass the ball so well from the top of the key. But if you back off of him, he has the ability to nail it just like he did.
So Trevor Hill with the basketball. Around the pick from King. Hill up over to Hunt. Swinging back out the road. Inside to King. King finds the shooter, Christian McBeath.
And, Mike, that's the inside out I was talking to you about. So
Cooper Watts says, I'm going to get the rebound, throw it up, and it goes to Cooper Watts. 6-2 Scott County.
That's a new element to his game.
So I want to apologize to Christian McBeath or Macbeth's family. We'll try to get it right. So if I say it both ways 50% of the time, they'll be happy 50% of the time. So 4:48 to go, 6-2, Scott County with the lead. Trevor Hill of Lexington Christian with the basketball in his hands. He'll go to Isaiah Hunt. He'll reset the offense. Being guarded by Bryce Long. Mike Moreno, good deflection out of bounds. Good reflexes by Coach Hicks there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's learned to duck.
Trevor Hill inbounding the basketball. Nobody really coming to him, and finally,
and they say it's a long time.
They're going to get a 5-second call. Mark, that 5 seconds was on the team. Nobody came to him.
Yeah, you got to help the guy taking it out of bounds. You can't just stand and look at him.
So Marino to Glenn Covington.
Little 1-3-1 look here from Lexington Christian. Actually, will be a matchup 2-3. I was going to say 1-3-1. Hadn't seen him play in the past, so.
There's the cutter, Covington. Stops from 14. Baseline jumper, no good. Cooper Watts might have got away with his second foul.
Do you think?
Yep. Isaiah Hunt over to Rode. Kyle Rode, deflection out of bounds off of Michael Marino. Back in the ball game is Austin Hall. And Mark, one thing about Lexington Christian not being able to find the basket, it's hard to set up that 2-2-1 press, isn't it?
Yes. Got to score to set it up.
So 4:20 to go. 6-2 is the score. Scott County still going with starters. Wade Branscombe, Jerry Pickle. And I got the first name of the other official. His name is Chris. There's a good read by Bryce Long. He goes down the right side, stops and pops from 18. Good shot.
They backed off of him, Mike. Had rebounders on the weak side. Coach Hicks will take that every day.
Bryce Long, 11-point average, and Cooper Robb picks up his first foul.
Kind of get frustrated there.
3:55 to go in the first quarter. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie, Jack Wilhite. We're the Scott County Sports Network. Proud to bring you Scott County High School basketball, and Coach Valentine had to call a timeout, so that means we'll take a timeout as well with 3:45 to go here in the first. Scott County 8. Lexington Christian having a hard time finding the basket. They've only got 2. Back after this.
The Shanghai Express Chinese Restaurant is a locally owned restaurant located in the Indian Acres Shopping Center in Georgetown, Kentucky. Tony would like to invite everyone to come on by and dine in the spacious dining room that can host groups both small and large. Shanghai Express has been voted the best Chinese restaurant in Georgetown, Kentucky multiple years in a row by the Georgetown News Graphic. Stop by the restaurant or give Tony a call at 502-868-6858 to enjoy the best Chinese food in Central Kentucky.
Sports Connection is your team and retail sporting goods and custom athletic apparel supplier. Sports Connection is located next to Kroger in the Washington Square Shopping Center in Georgetown. Sports Connection can outfit your team from hats to shoes and everything in.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Steal by Cooper Robb. Drops it back to Bryce Long. Cooper Robb, left side three-pointer, no good. Ball up in the air. Michael Marino battles it around. Coming down with it is Christian McBeath. 8-2 is the score. Scott County, golden opportunity to get into double-digit scoring. Austin Hall with the basketball.
And Mike, the one good thing about it is Scott County's got a lot of pressure on the ball. Lexington Christian having a tough time getting in their sets because of the pressure.
There's a kick ball. We'll reset. Into the basketball game 4. Lexington Christian, Pierce Dalton, the 5'10 freshman, wears number 2. Cooper Robb's got a tough matchup, doesn't he, Mark? Giving about 4 inches to.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what, he is a tough kid. You know what I'm saying? If you've got a matchup and you've got to ask a guard to take a bigger player, he would be my pick as well.
I'd draw him out of the hat here. 3:05 to go. 8-2 is the score.
Glenn Covington's got some quick hands, doesn't he?
Trevor Hill getting around the jump trap. Glenn Covington's going to get the hip check call. That'll be his first. Team third. Under 3 to go here. 8-2. It's been a lot of action, just not a lot of scoring, hadn't it, Mark?
Yeah, neither team shot the ball extremely well, Mike, to start the game. So, yeah, that's a reversal.
Yep. Now we're even.
Yeah.
Trevor Hill picks up his second, so Coach Valentine says it's okay to go one way, then go the other, but my point guard's got 2 now.
Yeah. Yeah. You might give that foul call to Coach Hicks.
Yep.
So if you're going to call that, you got to call the push. Wade Branscombe agreed with him.
So now you got to be careful with Glenn Covington picking up his second here. It's funny how those things even out, isn't it, over the years? Bryce Long, left side 3, a little bit strong. Austin Hall with the rebound for Lexington Christian. Kyle Road off the bounce. Into Marino, and they're going to get a foul on Michael Marino. If he stands his ground, I don't think that call's made. Do you, Mark?
Well, but the only thing, Mike, is they changed that. You don't have to be perfectly standing still. I'm allowed to be backing up as long as my shoulders are square. I thought it was pretty good defensive position. You just can't let the offensive guy run over top of you.
Yep. Isaiah Hunt back in the ball game.
But 9 times out of 10, that's going to be called a block.
Trey King with the basketball being checked by Cooper Watts. Kyle Road has it now on the left wing. Dalton with the miss. Austin Hall over top of Cooper Robb. Cooper Watts blocks it. Hall gets the rebound. They'll reset the offense. 2:18 to go here. 8-2 the score.
Nice weak side help there by Cooper Robb. Covered the roll man, forced him to throw it back out. That won't get you show up in any stats, but great read by Cooper Robb. That's going to be 2 on Cooper Watts.
And Mark, from my perspective, that looked like Cooper Watts is just a little bit tired there.
Yeah.
His second. Team 5th. Cam Fluker into the ball again. So Scott County, Mark, with the 6'6", 6'5", 6'6" height of Christian, they go a little bit smaller with Fluker in at 5'7", replacing Cooper Watts at 6'6".
Well, Clem Dameron came in the game, too, and Glenn Covington went out. So it was a point guard for point guard, and Clem came in to replace down low.
Pierce Dalton out to Isaiah Hunt. They'll wing it, and there's Bryce Long, who had the steal.
Nice read.
Bounces it off the foot. Scott County doing a great job of the passing lanes and from the help side defense up to this point.
And you know what, Mike? I can live with that because you'd like to hold the ball and get the fast break started, but you're reading the defense right. You're starting to learn how to rotate, and that's just going to pay dividends later on in the year.
There's another deflection.
And there's the steal.
To Michael Marino, here comes the dunk. Michael Marino missed it. Couldn't really decide. He stays with it, throws it into Nick Road, out quickly to Trey King. Cam Fluker does a great job of forcing the walk call. And that's another thing you won't see in the stats. But Cam Fluker, great job. We got a timeout. That'll probably be a full timeout for Lexington Christian. 1:38 to go. 8-2. It's been a while since anybody scored, but Scott County's okay with that. Up 6. We'll be back right after this.
Whitaker bank shot. I'll give you a Whitaker bank shot. All right. Here's a real Whitaker bank shot. Yes, sir. Here's the winning Whitaker bank shot. Nice shot.
Whitaker bank shot. Now, there's a Whitaker bank shot.
Come on, Coach Honey.
I still got it.
Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie, Jack Wilhite, bringing you Scott County basketball. 1:34 to go, Mark. Why are both teams having so much trouble scoring here?
Well, I think a lot of LCA's problem is you got to give hats off to the quality of the defense that Scott County's playing. You know, Scott County sometimes, I think, Mike, age, sometimes it takes you a little while to settle into the game. Adrenaline those type of things kick in. But like I said, defensively right now, Scott County is all over LCA, so you got to be impressed.
Scott County, great job by Cooper Robb getting it out to Fluker. Fluker misses the layup. Good job by Kyle Road going back and contesting that. Ball's bounced. Cam Fluker comes in out of bounds, doesn't establish position. Turnover. Ball back to Lexington Christian. 2 in for Scott County. That'll be Glenn Covington, and also making his first appearance, the 6'1 junior forward, Caleb Covington, wearing number 12. So Scott County really, Mark, should be up 10 right now. You had Marino kind of caught between layup and dunk. Cam Fluker there, contested layup, but you got to make those, don't you?
Well, yeah, and to be honest with you, probably up more than 10 because they've missed a couple other point blanks and just running the offensive set. So, again, Scott County struggling here a little bit, but you can live with that, again, because how hard they're playing on the defensive end of the floor.
So under a minute to go, 8-2 is the score. Scott County.
Nice pass.
Good pass into Marino, easy layup. Great pass, Mark, but one thing about it, inside like that, you got to finish, and Michael Marino did a great job over top of Trey King.
Well, one advantage Michael's got is he knows he can use equally well left and right hand, so you can't. It doesn't really matter. You can't force him to a weak side.
Hill loses the basketball. They're going to get a push. That push is going to be on Glenn Covington. That'll be his second, and probably grab him a seat on the bench for a few. That'll be team 6. It's Cam Fluker off the bench. Mark, and it might be a while before you see him again with 2 fouls. And the thing about that one, he made the call just after he lost the ball. That's the skip pass from Hall to Hunt, out top the road.
Mike, that defensive rotation is a lot better for Scott County tonight.
Michael Marino, great box out. Trey King, a little bit frustrated, picks up his first, team 3rd.
Yeah, and frustrating was the key word right there. Hadn't touched the ball last couple trips down the floor, so I think he's a little bit frustrated.
That's one of those where you take the stat sheet at the next time out and say team.
But it did enable him to set up the 2-2-1 full court press. Scott County easily gets it across midcourt. Let's see if they can.
There's the deflection.
Yeah, and that's what you're talking about, where you got to be able to attack.
Foul's going to be on Cooper Robb. That'll be his second, team 7th.
And Mike, that's the one thing you did not want to do is put LCA in the bonus, because now you're going to help them get comfortable on the offensive end and get some points.
So into the ball game, Christian Macbeth. Or Christian Macbeth. Mark, we're going to call him Macbeth. Is that okay? At the free throw line, Isaiah Hunt, the lefty. 50% shooter. Misses the front end. 10-2. And we got the clock expiring. Ball in the hands of Caleb Covington without a shot. So 1 quarter in the books. Scott County with the lead, 10-2. Mark, if I told you coming in Lexington Christian would only have 2, you probably told me I was crazy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would not, but I also wouldn't have told you that I thought Scott County's defense would have played with this kind of intensity to start off. I think that's the difference in the game right now is the defensive end of the floor. Scott County's really applying pressure to the ball, and it's got LCI out of its rhythm. So, give the Cardinals credit right there, Mike.
Okay, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back for the second quarter on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold or download ebooks and free music. Scott County Public Library. Every day, every age.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 1 quarter in the book. Scott County up 10-2. Lexington Christian has the basketball to start the quarter. They'll go with Isaiah Hunt, Kyle Road, Trey King, Austin Hall, and Trevor Hill. Scott County back with Bryce Long, Clem Dameron, Michael Marino, Cooper Robb, Cam Fluker. There's the turnover. Picked up by Cooper Robb. He's going to challenge Road, up and under, and one opportunity, Mark. How in the world did he make that one? Foul on number 22, Kyle Road. It's his first, team 4.
Have you ever heard of the scoop shot on the layup?
Yep. That's what we saw right there, huh?
Yep.
Cooper Robb at the free throw line, 12 of 17, 71%. Give him 5. Scott County, biggest lead of the ball game, 13-2. Coach Neil Valentine trying to find the answer. His Eagles having a hard time finding the bucket at this point, only have found it one time. And we're 7:30 to go in the first half. Trey King, hand check foul. Going to be on Clem Dameron. That'll be his first. Team 8.
And Mike, Scott County's not too happy with that call. However, when you get the arms extended, I'm talking about the defensive player away from your body, it's pretty obvious that you got the push. I know that's not what Scott County fans want to hear, but Clem got his forearms extended out pretty good ways there for separation.
So Trey King, 1-1, makes the first. Trey King, that's his third point. Coming to the ball game, averaging 23.3. The 6'6" junior will have one more, shooting 70% from the free throw line. Second one good. Give him 4. He has all of the Eagle points. 13-4 is the score.
Gives him a chance to set up the press, though.
Yep. Bryce Long goes to the basket. No good. Austin Hall out to Hill. Hill had Trey King. Drops it to him. Right side three-pointer. No good. And Trey King's a little frustrated, isn't he, Mark, as Dameron gets the rebound. Scott County Cam Fluker resets. Under 7 to go, first half. Dameron up over Road. They're going to say foul on the floor. Kyle Rowe to pick up his second. To the team 5th. Fluker inbounding it into Marino. Marino, good power move between defenders. Steps called. A lot of boos, but that was a good call. Trevor Hill, Scott County's own version of full court pressure. And there's the steal from Robb. Fluker with the floater from the baseline. Michael Marino shorts arm it, gets his own rebound. Up over top of Hunt. Another bank shot, no good. Bryce Long with it. Up scoop shot. They're going to say steps called on Bryce Long. Coach Hicks not happy at all. Mark, I was going to ask you, how many questions do you think Coach Wilhite gets from Coach Hicks a ball game, not about coaching basketball? Because it's like he's always the one he talks through Coach Wilhite to the officials.
Yeah, I understand. The thing about it is Cooper Robb just picked up his third, Mike. No, I'm sorry. They called it offensive.
That'd be Kyle Rhodes' third, team 6.
Wow, that was a big call. I thought by Cooper Robb's reaction, they had called that on him.
So Fluker inbounding the basketball. Cooper Robb spin move. Saw him work on that practice.
One will tell you what, Scott County has missed some point-blank range. I think they're anticipating the height, maybe of LCA to give them some problems in blocks, and they're not getting there, and they're still missing the shots. Look up.
Another steal. Two-pointer no good. Cooper Robb in there battling.
I'm telling you, Cooper Robb. Pound for pound might be the best rebounder in the state.
Yep.
You might just think of Scott County, they shot 33%, which was a little better than what I thought would have been in the first quarter if they'd have hit.
Trey King, they forced him. He earned that one, Mark. Give him 6. So it's Scott County 15, Trey King 6. Michael Marino, top of the key 3, no good. That should be a jump, a walking call. Trevor Hill and Austin Hall battling each other for it. Coach Valentine says, look, I'm bringing in 5 subs. Those subs are going to be Pierce Dalton, number 14, Jacob Blakeman, number 5, Christian McBeth, the big man, number 44, Justin DeMoss, and number 13, Blaine Harden. So Michael Marino, easy bucket, give him 6 as well. He has 6, Robb has 7, Watts and Long with 2 apiece. That adds 17. Christian Lexington Christian 6. Scoop shot by Blakeman, out of bounds off of Scott County.
Wow, I'm going to tell you one thing. If a team reacts to the intensity level of their coach and how into the game he is, that might explain why Scott County is playing so well defensively, because Coach Hicks is really into this game tonight, Mike.
There's another steal. Robb up and scores.
Wow.
Cooper Robb, give him 9.
That's a great play.
Foul's going to be on number 13, Blaine Harden. His first, team 7th.
And Mike, that's a freshman making the mistake.
Robb, back-to-back old-fashioned three-point plays. Give him 10. (20-6) your score, Scott County. Playing tough defensively, and Christian has not been able to find an answer. We got a foul call right here.
Big Cam Fluker on the reach.
You are correct as always. Your first, team 9 for Cam Fluker.
That's going to be 2.
It's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Actually, team 9.
Team 9.
I'm 1 ahead.
So you're supposed to say, Mike,
I'm 1 ahead because I got the extra foul that I thought was on Robb. I'm having a hard time with producer Kevin Ritchie's instructions here.
Jacob Blakeman, his first. Wow, you going to blame him for that one?
I'm trying to take up for him. It's hard to tell you that word.
Oh, okay. Michael Marino, sound like me, he's throwing him under the bus, but who am I?
No, I was siding with him.
So Marino left side to Dameron. Dameron three-pointer. Good. Clem Dameron. 33% three-point shooter. At that percentage point, shoot it if you got it, right, Mark? 23-7. Who'd have thunk it?
They were really struggling with that trap out there. Scott County's doing as good a job as we've seen in the last year and a half, Mike, of trapping tonight. I mean, they've really forced LCA out of their rhythm offensively. You got to give credit to the Cardinal defense.
Robb with the long pass.
There's your 2-on-1, Mike.
There's the 2-on-1, Clem Dameron. Just like you said, the key to that one, Mark, is once you get across half court, you don't stop.
Attack.
25-7, 4.5 to go here in the first half.
Whoa, man,
Second foul on Cam Fluker, team 10th. And Mark, with 10 team fouls, they'll be doing what?
Shooting the ball, Mike?
Yep. Shoot how many free throws? That'll be 2 free throws for Pierce Dalton, the 5'10 freshman. Scoreless tonight.
Not anymore.
7th point. And that'll get 4 subs in, and Isaiah Hunt will wait. So, Mark, if this was you, make it or miss it.
You got to make it.
Dalton.
You got to make it to set up the press.
Trevor Hill has
the ball game.
Kyle Road, Austin Hall, and Trey King.
Yeah.
Pierce Dalton says, I'll make the second one, and Isaiah Hunt will be in to join his teammates, and here comes the press.
We got Cam Fluker sitting in the middle, Mike. They'll throw it back to Mike Marino if they don't have a way to get it up the floor, and they'll walk it.
There's a skip pass to Dameron. He's already hit one.
He can get that shot any time in the possession. The question is, why do you take that 3 at that point? Because LCA was back. I don't even know if you had a rebounder on the other side. Little quick there by Clem. He can get that shot any time in the possession.
So Pierce Dalton back in for Isaiah Hunt. Scott County with the basketball. Up 16, 25-9. There's a pass inside to Robb. Robb on the bounce. Will bring it back out. Being checked by Austin Hall. Trying to get the ball into Marino. They'll go Dameron. Swing it to Fluker. Right side to Long. And Robb runs down the bad pass. Step back. 15-footer. No good. Bryce Long with the rebound for Scott County. Back out to Marino. Good job. He splits the defenders, throws it up, and it goes in. Shooter's touch.
Man.
8 points for Michael Marino. 27-19. 27-9. Kyle Road going to get a hand check call.
And that's Cooper Robb's 3rd foul.
You're going to get Caleb Covington off the bench. He, along with Trevor Hill for Lexington Christian, waiting to come in after this first free throw attempt. Kyle Road knocks it in, 67% free throw shooter. And Mark, what's the reason for holding them, not letting them come in on the first free throw attempt?
Speed up the game. Get the first free throw out of the way so you don't keep running subs up there to freeze a free throw shooter. Back in the day, you could keep running subs in and you could kind of semi-freeze the free throw shooter. So they changed it so at least you get the first one out of the way.
Fluker back pass to Bryce Long, right side three. Good look. Missed the shot. Trevor Hill rebound. He's off to the races. Picks up the foul.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Scott County doesn't foul. I mean,
fouls on Bryce Long. That'll be his first.
Free throws are the only thing that's keeping LCA remotely in the game at this point.
And Mark, we've committed more fouls than they have points.
I know it. That's what I'm saying. Just think what this game would be if they weren't giving LCA the chance to score free throws.
So Trevor Hill, Mark, you might as well say these are almost automatic, shooting 84%. And I told you
did it to him again. You're batting 1,000.
So one more for Trevor Hill. I don't know why that's so hard to say. He was 0 for 2, shooting 84%. Who'd have thunk it? That kind of says that's Lexington Christian's night up to this point. Caleb Covington gets tripped. That foul's going to be on Macbeth, his first. Team 9. We've got a technical foul here, Mark.
Wow, are you serious?
So that's probably going to be a team foul.
So Caleb Covington will be at the line for the bonus, I believe, which is typically they shoot the technical and then the bonus, but because it's dead ball.
That's going to make a long night even longer because he'll be confined to the bench. Caleb Covington misses the first free throw shot. Caleb Covington marked 50% on that and gives up 2 free points.
Michael Marino going to shoot the technical fouls.
Michael Marino, 6 of 12 on the season. This might be a move to get him rolling as he misses the first.
Well, that's what a lot of coaches do in certain situations is they will do exactly what you talked about, Mike. Get a player off the schneid, you let him shoot the free throws. But now I'm going to tell you something. If you've never had to do it, one of the hardest things to do is what Caleb Covington and Michael Marino both did. Walk to the line, nobody lining up on the free throw line, and you got to take the shots. It's like you're there by yourself in space. And if for whatever reason the depth perception of the basket just looks different.
So 3:18 to go. All we got out of that was a coach that has to sit on the bench and no points.
Yep.
For Scott County, 27-11. They've got the score and the basketball.
Doing a little trap now out of it. Michael Marino to the middle. Nice job.
Good find there by Caleb Covington. Marino in double digits joins Cooper Robb. They both have 10. Scott County biggest lead of the ball game. Kyle Road to Hill. Hill back out to Road, top of the key. Swings it quickly. Trevor Hill thought about the jumper. Instead he goes to Road. Road, no good. Hill, or Hall back to Road. Layup good.
Nice ball movement right there by LCA. Gives them a chance to set it up. They go 3/4, Mike.
Scott County almost. That's going to be an offensive foul. Clem Dameron.
Easy call.
2 fouls for Clem Dameron. 29-13.
Easy call.
Offensive foul, Kyle Road. Wow. Unbelievable. That's Kyle Road's 4th foul, and that's changed the ball game, Mark.
Wow. He better be careful. Coach better be careful because he's really not supposed to be standing up at that point.
But that's a veteran official right there. He lets him stand up as long as he keeps his composure. He'll listen to it. 2:31 to go. Scott County, since it's a player control foul, will get the basketball out of bounds. Marino to Dameron, back out top to Fluker.
Here comes the screen. Nice. They scouted that. That's a nice job, and that is a correct call. That's a walk.
Turnover, Clem Dameron. This ball game slowed to a crawl here, Mark, in this last 4 minutes. 29-13.
Mike, he's leaving Kyle Road in with the 4 fouls. Don't know if I've ever seen somebody potentially foul out in the first half.
Dameron with the block, saves it in to Bryce Long. Good job, Clem Dameron. Skips it over to Caleb Covington. He throws it off of Kyle Road out of bounds. Good call by Wade Branscombe. Set play for Fluker. He lets it go. No good. Caleb Covington. Austin Hall get it. Steps called. Austin Hall.
Wow, for a minute there I thought they were going to call a foul.
Dakota Allen, 6'2 junior. 1.6 points, 1.6 rebounds into the ball game for Scott County. Marino at the elbow. Shots blocked by Hall. Foul call by Wade Branscombe. Austin Hall, that'll be pick up his first.
So Michael Marino get back to the line, Mike, to shoot 2.
So Michael Marino missed his last 2. First one is good. Give Michael 11 to lead all scorers. Make it 12. 31-13. Scott County with the big lead. Trevor Hill gets it across half court to Kyle Road. McBeath forces the foul from Bryce Long, his second.
Tell you what, at this rate, it's going to be a long game with the number of free throws we shot in the first half.
It's at the free throw line. 75% free throw shooter, misses the first. Mark, the way that basket has been kind of basketballs this first half, I don't know if I want to switch if I'm Scott County.
Yeah, if I'm Scott County, I say I want to stay at the other end. Or let's just change rims.
There you go.
Macbeth gets the second one.
His first points of the night.
Keep that ball in the middle. Nice job.
Long baseline jumper blocked by King. King with the rebound. He's going to take it his own. Somebody get in front of him. They get a charge right now. He had his mind made up. Give him 8. Foul's going to be on Dakota Allen.
Wow.
His first.
Yeah, Mike, you were right about one thing for sure. That mind was made up when he got the rebound at the other end of the floor. He was coming. He's kind of tired of
waiting for the offense to come to him. Free throw's no good. 31-16 is your score. Scott County a chance to double up. Trey King, good
make
read.
That pass right there. That's a difficult pass to try to make if you're Cam. Fluker.
Yeah, and Cam's pointing to Dakota saying, you got to come to the basketball. It's like, come on, dude. Nice try. Fluker on the bounce. Marino inside, tries to go to Dameron. Dameron runs it down. Gets it over to Dakota Allen. The Christian fans wanted a walk call. Bryce Long tries to answer with the 3. No good. Rebound Macbeth. Off the heel. Trey King with the heave. No good. Shot that one from his chest, didn't he, Mark?
Yeah. A little bit further out for the big guy's range, but he's having a tough time touching it inside, so.
Got away with one right there, the way they've been calling this ball game. Clem Dameron wide open at the post. Didn't see him. Kind of a mismatch there. Trevor Hill at 6'2", trying to guard Clem Dameron at 6'5".
And Trevor Hill at 6'2", doesn't want to pick up his third foul, so I don't know that there would be much opposition.
Fluker with the three.
It was a pass,
I was going to say it was a pass. Clem Dameron with the putback. Give him 7. Off the bench, 7 points for Clem Dameron. So your score at halftime, Scott County 33, Lexington Christian 16. We'll be back right after this on the Scott County Sports Network.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment. Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history of providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky, here for your needs 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. I'll let you enjoy the high school dance team here as they perform at halftime. Thanks, Duke. The Scott County Junior Varsity Dance Team performance. Now we'll get ready for the varsity dance team from Scott County High School. Enjoy. All right, the Scott County High School dance team, JV and varsity. Glad you can join them here on the Scott County Sports Network. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, go over the first half stats. Scott County with a lead, 33-16 over Lexington Christian. Back after this.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's action.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. We're here at Scott County High School, Georgetown, Kentucky. Your Scott County Cardinals up 33-16 over the visiting LCA Eagles as you watch 11th region action. Looking at first half stats, team stats. First for the LCA visitors on the scoreboard. They were 4 of 18 shooting for 22%, 0 for 4 from threes, 8 for 15 for 53% from the field. They had 21 rebounds. They had 1 assist and 17 turnovers. That's right, 17 turnovers for the LCA Eagles. Had a really tough time handling Scott County's half-court trapping defense. When you look at Scott County, conversely, they shot almost 40% from the field, 14 of 36, and actually that's better than what it looked like. Scott County missed a lot of easy shots. Could have easily been shooting closer to 50%. They're 1 of 10 from threes for 10%, only 4 of 7 for 57% from the field. 18 total rebounds for Scott County, 4 assists, 5 turnovers. Biggest stat in the ball game. Points off turnovers. Scott County 18, LCA 0. Points in the paint 22 for Scott County, 8 for the Eagles, and that's the biggest difference in the ball game right now when you look at the score of 33-16. We're going to take another break here and we'll come back. You're watching Scott County basketball on the Scott County Sports Network.
The Hawkinsmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at hawkinsmithagency.com. The Hawkinsmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. I'm Mike Ritchie. He's the governor, Mark Walls, Jack Wilhite, Kevin Ritchie. We're at Scott County High School. Scott County pretty dominant. When you look at the scoreboard, 33-16. However, when you watch the first half like we have, Mark, they left a lot on the table, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of chicken on that bone, man. They really had some point-blank layups that they missed, and I think they were anticipating contact. That's the only thing I can think of. They missed some shots where they were on the left side of the board and they in the rim, and they shot it over to the right side. Never touched the rim, just put it on one side of the backboard to the other. And the only thing sometimes as a shooter, you start anticipating the block and the contact, and when it doesn't come, you're off balance. But this game could easily be 43-16 or 43-7. I mean, you really look at the defensive effort on Scott County, and you've got to applaud because they really had LCA out. You take away the 8 points, Mike, on free throws, and LCA only has 8 points from the field.
So looking at the first half scoring for both teams, Bryce Long had 2 for Scott County, 10 for Cooper Robb, 12 for Michael Marino. Clem Dameron off the bench with 7, and Cooper Watts had 2. For Lexington Christian, Pierce Dalton had 2 free throws. Christian McBeath 1 free throw. Kyle Road had 4. Trey King had 8. And Trey King, Mark, body language for the young man. He wasn't happy not getting touches, was he?
Well, and he wasn't even getting close to getting touches, Mike. They just couldn't run any type of set offense.
So Scott County with the basketball inside to Rob. Out to Dameron. Scott County goes back with starters. Bryce Long, Michael Marino, Glenn Covington, Cooper Robb, and Cooper Watts. Bryce Long with the 3, no good. Rebound Trey King. He'll be joined by Kyle Road, Isaiah Hunt, Austin Hall, and Trevor Hill. Starters back for Christian. And there's the first turnover. Cooper Robb tries to finish. Glenn Covington gets it over to Bryce Long. Trey King somehow avoids the foul and gets the block coming down, Mark.
For the way that first half was called, there was an awful lot of contact on both Cooper Watts' layup and the rebound effort right there. So
yeah, you think the officials got together and said, guys, if we don't quit calling fouls, we're going to be here till 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I was getting ready. I think you hit it down the head. There's Michael Marino on the inbounds pass.
With the set. And the foul's going to be on Austin Hall. That'll be his second. Team first. First free throw good for Mr. Marino. He'll have 13 points.
Second one good as well.
Give him 14.
Scott County is picking up a little bit of full court press. You know, typically, Mike, a team that presses doesn't like to be pressed, so LCA handling that pretty good as Road breaks it down and brings it up against Bryce Long. And there's the turnover. As Austin Hall thought Trevor Hill was going to zig when he zagged.
Christian McBeth into the ball game for Lexington Christian. Michael Marino says, I'll take it. He gets it to Cooper Watts. Cooper Watts shot blocked. Trey King. Cooper Watts battling. We're going to get a foul on somebody.
That's going to be on Trey King.
On Trey King. That's his second. Team second. Jerry Pickle says, sit down, I'll talk to you. Scott County inbounds the basketball. Bryce Long back to Marino. Reverse layup coming up. Trey King affects another one. That's the third shot he's affected. Michael Marino stays with it, give him 16.
Great effort. Scott County back in the press.
Isaiah Hunt with the basketball. McBeath and Cooper Robb with the steal. And I think that literally was a hip check. Foul's going to be on Trevor Hill.
His third.
That's his third, team third. Pierce Dalton into the ball game for McBeth. We're going to reset and say start the clock. $37-16 is your score. 6:26 to go.
Good Lord.
And the Peas have fallen again as Isaiah Hunt picks up his second. Team fourth.
And, Mike, I know they've tried to take the hand check out of the game and needs to be so that it can get a little bit more back to a fluid movement. But, man, it sure does change how you watch a basketball game.
Yep. Cooper Watts, number 44 for Scott County, has it. Glenn Covington, top of the key three for the lefty.
That's a nice ball movement right there. That's a nice ball movement by Scott County.
Yep, Covington averaging 10 points, first three of the night for Mr. Covington. Good deflection by Michael Marino, out of bounds. Isaiah Hunt, another deflection by Glenn Covington. And Mark, we talked about Scott County and what we've seen. They've really done a much better job defensively. Team defense and quickness is what I've seen all night long.
Well, yeah, and like I said, the rotations is just getting so much better, since the start of the season. And that right there, though, you got to look and say, okay, you got to be smarter than that. You're at midcourt one-on-one. What are the odds of you stealing the ball right there? Don't give up that foul. That's only 2 on Michael, but protect yourself there a little bit.
That's his second, team first. Pierce Dalton with the basketball down the road. He has Hunt inside. Good job.
That was a nice pass by Rhodes.
Isaiah Hunt averaging 6 points, first points of the ball game. Trey King with his third. Team fifth.
Michael Marino back at the line. Mike shooting 2. He's hit his last 4 after missing the 2 technicals. Make that his last 5.
17 points for Mr. Marino. I knew you'd jinx him. Isaiah Hunt with the miss. Down to Dalton. Dalton gets it back out top to Trevor Hill. King,
nice ball movement. Nice ball movement by LCA. They were able to beat the trap, Mike. Scott County made it and do a good job and hit it. That's going to be on Isaiah Hunt, his second, team 6th. But Scott County let him out of the trap, and that's the problem. If you trap and you let them get out, they're going to get a layup off the reverse. Bryce Long from the corner, Mike gets a 3.
Road down, scores, get an one opportunity. Kyle Road, give him 6.
Foul on Cooper Watts.
Cooper Watts, number 44, his third. Team second. Clem Dameron in for Cooper Watts. Kyle Road, a 67% free throw shooter. 2 for 2 on the night.
I don't know what the conference is about. It's pretty.
So Kyle Road lets the first one go. It's good. He's perfect on the night, isn't he, Mark?
Yes, both 3 of those? 3. We only shot 1, 3-point play.
Okay, give him 9 points.
Kyle Road again. He's going right back again. That foul's going to be on Michael Marino. His
turnover.
Team 3rd.
What Mark said. They've got that to 4th on Michael Marino.
I've only got him with 3. Yeah.
Cooper Watts has 3 fouls, and Michael Marino also has 3 fouls.
Yeah. Book had it correct. Scoreboard was wrong. Kyle Road at the line trying to complete his second old-fashioned 3-point play. And he does, Mike. Again, sets up the 2-2-1. Cooper Robb will stay in the middle. Nice job by Glenn Covington.
Coach Valentine calls a timeout. He wants to get an explanation on the differences on those foul calls. So we'll take a timeout as well. Scott County up big, 46-26. Back after this.
Whitaker bank shot. I'll give you a Whitaker bank shot.
All right. Here's a real Whitaker bank shot. Yes, sir. Here's a winning Whitaker bank shot. Nice shot.
Whitaker bank shot. Now, there's a Whitaker bank shot.
Come on, Coach Honey.
I still got it.
Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. A lot of off-the-air negotiations going on here between our new camera guy. Jack Wilhite doing a great job for us here tonight on the camera. Almost as good as my broadcast partner, Mark Walls. Kevin Ritchie filling out as well. We're the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County up by 20, 46-26. Mark, Scott County continues to play well.
Now we got that straight.
Kyle Road misses the short jumper, gets the rebound, skips it over to Dalton.
Nice job, Cooper Watts.
Glenn Dameron thought about the three. Instead, he throws it to Kyle Road. Back to Dameron. Swing pass to Glenn Covington. He'll come back and we'll reset the offense. 4:10 to go, third quarter. Long's got to take that shot.
Yep. Rotation looked better on that one. Had his feet set, shoulders square. Ball came off his hand, spinning the right way.
8 points for Bryce Long. A couple of three-pointers here in this half. Isaiah Hunt, tough take. Kyle Road, put back. Kyle Road has looked up. Give him 12.
Cooper Watts working with Glenn Covington to beat the press. Got Cooper Robb in the middle.
There's the deflection.
You can't leave his feet right there. Glenn will learn that, but
Bryce Long gets it back. Good feed to Dameron. Finish.
Nice pass right there.
Isaiah Hunt over top of Cooper Watts, trying to help out. 4 points.
Isaiah got a slight advantage being left-handed. They kind of forgot he's left-handed. That's too long a pass to make. We're going to get lucky.
Little set off of Clem Dameron. So Cooper Watts trying to take over the role of Michael Marino there, helping out on that full-court press.
Yeah, pass was just too long.
Hunt to Dalton. Into Road. Road forces contact. He's an and-one machine here in this third quarter.
Foul on Bryce Long. That's his third, Mike.
Team fourth.
So Rhodes going to be back for two. He's perfect there tonight, Mike.
He doesn't look like a freshman, does he?
No.
13 points. Michael Marino in for Bryce Long. Give him 14. Now here comes the press. Cooper Watts splitting the defenders. Picks up the dribble. Gets it back to Covington. No look to Dameron. Dameron catches it and walks. It kind of went through his hand. Got stuck to the body. When he's in motion, that's an automatic walk call, isn't it?
Yeah. Had a little zip on that ball.
Road no looks to Hunt. Back out the heels. They'll swing it over to Road. He'll reset. Splits defenders. Tough take and scores. 16 points. 12 of those in the second half. Covington says, I'll dribble through it. And Coach Hicks He wants a timeout. That gets Cam Fluker off the bench. He's not happy with something. 2:25 to go. 30-second timeout. Scott County 51. Lexington Christian 34. Back after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Coach Hicks resetting the offense there. A little bit too much dribble in that last possession. Turnover before that. So Scott County has the basketball. 2:25 to go. 51-34. Cam Fluker in to run the point for Scott County. And Lexington Christian's shown a little bit of life here in this third quarter, haven't they? Cooper Watts lost on a good injury pass from Cooper Robb.
It's going to be 4 fouls on Trevor Hill. He's going to shoot 2, but that'll put Scott County in the bonus, Mike, for the remainder of the game. First one for Cooper Watts is good.
Second one, no good. Trey King rebound. Kyle Road on the bounce.
Good steal by Michael Marino.
Good length from Marino. He's got numbers. Tries to pass it. Goes off Lexington Christian out of bounds. Scott County basketball. Scott County's got some good-looking young talent.
They really do. And like I said, they're fun to watch. I mean, they play hard. This game's kind of gotten, like you said, a little complacent here. Michael Marino misses the tip. Cooper Watts with the putback. He's going to get fouled, Mike.
Foul on number 23. Trey King picks up his 4th teammate.
Cooper Watts back at the line for 2.
A little bit too much oomph on that one. A little bit long. Not enough air under the basketball. Correction. Second one's good. 6 points for Mr. Watts. .140 to go here in the third quarter. Trevor Hill into the paint. Floater. Good. Trevor Hill marked 12.5 points a ball game. That's his first one of the night.
And there's a turnover, but Scott County gets it right back.
Deflection out of bounds.
Got to figure out. Jerry Pickrell says, "Coach, you're not playing. You're going to have to get away so you can throw the ball in bounds."
Inside to Marino at the elbow. Back to Fluker. He was wanting to let it go, but he kind of lost balance. Lost possession real quick. Marino back to Robb.
That's
three-pointer a little bit short. Marino runs it down. And one opportunity. Michael Marino. 19 points. Fouls on number 2.
Pierce Dawson.
His first. As our cameraman's doing calisthenics to stay in shape. Mr. Marino. 50% free throw shooter coming in tonight's ball game. That one's short. They're going to call 23, Trey King.
That's 5 by my count, Mike.
So Trey King out of the ball game. Not only his 5th foul, but the 10th team foul on Lexington Christian, Mark. And there's a load of offense going to the bench for the rest of the night for Lexington Christian.
This is ironic. You got LCA huddling with their coach. You got Scott County breaking huddle with their coach, and you got the referees at the end of the court in their huddle.
Yep. So I think 3 huddles is the max you can have in high school basketball at one time.
Don't know if I've ever seen that totally one.
If I was an official, I'd look and say, okay, we got a minute to go in the third. The best player for Lexington Christian has just fouled out. Their second best player has 4. Scott County's up 19. What do we got to do to get out of here and get to that buffet by 9 o'clock? That's just me thinking out loud. Probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, what the heck? Sometimes the mic gives you a little bit more power to say what you think. Clem Dameron, first one's no good. I actually thought they got Kyle Road. I thought the foul was going to be against Cooper Watts, but it was on the other side. Dameron, second free throw, no good.
And you got to answer. I mean, they lined up. It's kind of, I thought Cooper Watts would be shooting as well when it didn't go on Cooper. I thought it was on him as well, but then you figure Cooper Watts picks up his 4th foul.
So we went to a basketball game and a foul calling contest broke out. Team 5th on Scott County. Glenn Covington back in for Cam Fluker. Cooper Robb with the steal attempt.
Wow.
Cooper Robb picks up his 4th. Mark, you bring your tennis shoes with you?
I'm telling you what, man, this is getting...
Bryce Long, Caleb Covington coming in.
Coach is replacing 3 players with 4 fouls. Just to have enough, trying to make sure he's got enough to finish the game.
55-36. 45 seconds to go. Basketball on Kyle Road over to Dalton. Dalton with the 3-pointer. Good. Chris Dalton. 7. We're back in action on Saturday night. Lexington Catholic comes to town. That's always a good one. Kyle Road loses possession. Looks like it's off of Bryce Long, out of bounds. Both teams played them all night. We cannot make the trip to Clay County to see the boys team take on Corbin. And due to work schedules, we cannot make the trip to Danville to see the girls take on Bullock County.
There's a long pass.
Dalton runs it around, gets away with a walk. Dakota Allen picks up the foul. Dakota Allen second, team 6th.
Thought there was a travel before the foul call, Mike, but I'm an awful long way away.
So like I say, we'll be back in action on Saturday right here from Scott County as the Knights from Lexington Catholic. Brandon Salzman brings in his Knights team, the defending 11th region champion.
Mike Josh Davis in for Dakota Allen. Because Pierce Dalton misses the first one.
So Dalton misses both of them. 55-39 is the score. Bullet pass to Josh Davis. And Josh Davis used to throwing them more than catching them. The varsity starting quarterback for Scott County. Cam Fluker into the ball game for Mr. Davis.
Short leash tonight.
Kyle Road picks up the dribble, finds Trevor Hill. Hand check call. So a refereeing manual is being written tonight. Glenn Covington, his 3rd. Team 7th, so Lexington Christian. That's going to be the team 8, so Lexington Christian in the bonus for the rest of the night. 1-on-1 opportunity. The Eagles not going away, Mark. Leads down to 15. Trevor Hill gets his 3rd point. Shout out to my daughter tomorrow, Mark. She turns 18.
You know what that means, don't you?
She's 18.
You're getting old.
I understand. So 3 quarters in the books, and before we go to break, Mark, I'll tell you, if that was our first one turning 18, we might bother us, but you and I, had a couple of them turn 18, and you've had one more than I have, but I'm not going to talk about that. 3 quarters in the books. Scott County 55, Lexington Christian 40. We'll be back on the Jack Wilhite Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. The fourth quarter underway here. Scott County up 15. And that's an unforced turnover. Scott County have the basketball. Scott County back with starters. Glenn Covington, Michael Marino, Cooper Robb, Cooper Watts, and Bryce Long.
3 quarters of this 2-2-1. Covington.
There's a deflection. Kyle Rhodes stepped out of bounds, I thought. Good bounce pass to Dalton. Dalton misses the layup. Cooper Watts to Bryce Long. Rhodes cannot foul him. Bryce Long stops for the jumper. Austin Hall blocks it. And we're going the other way. Trevor Hill, Kyle Rhodes, Pierce Dalton, Austin Hall, Isaiah.
Wow, that thing. They're going to give the basket to him for basket interference for Trevor Hall. That thing almost went all the way around.
Austin Hall with the basket. Trevor Hill, excuse me. 5 points for Mr. Hill. Rob thought he got fouled on the way up. Referee not going to bail him out. Isaiah Hunt with the rebound to Trevor Hill. Under 7 to go here. Kyle Rhodes misses the short jumper. Bryce Long drops it off to Glenn Covington, and they'll reset. Clem Dameron getting set to come in for Scott County. Michael Marino, elbow jumper, money
shot right there.
57-42, the score. Michael Marino,
nice
battling. Glenn Covington with it. Drops
nice
it off
pass. Nice job by Covington.
23 points for Mr. Marino. He's almost doubled his average. Trevor Hill gets a lot of contact, didn't get bailed out.
To be honest, I thought it was a good call because I thought he initiated contact.
Bryce Long sharing the basketball. Scott County and
shooter's touch.
11 points for Mr. Long.
Just like that, you're up 20.
That touched every part of the rim, didn't it? Glenn Covington, his fourth. Team 9.
1-1 for
Clem Dameron in for Scott County.
Scott County going big. This is a little different lineup.
Yep, and with Scott County's bench this year, that's about as big as we can get.
Hits the first one, so he'll get the bonus.
6 points for the young man, averaging 12 and a half. Shot no good. Michael Marino, flat-footed rebound. Covington all in, around Road, who couldn't foul him. Cooper Watts with the putback, no good. Clem Dameron battling for it. Power dribble, reverse layup, no good. Michael Marino
says, I'll finish it.
Floater good, 25. Dameron blocks the Kyle Road shot. And Mark, first time we've seen Kyle Road down here defensively. He knows he has 4.
Yeah, he got out of the way. He didn't.
Macbeth into the ball game. Number 5, Christian Macbeth, the 6'3 junior. Only 1 point from the free throw line, obviously. Kyle Road, 3-pointer left side, good. 19 points for Kyle Road. Cooper Robb, strong move. Macbeth with the foul. And Mark, one thing I was going to ask you, Scott County up 64-46. This game here will give Scott County an opportunity to see what they're going to face from Lexington Catholic. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be a big difference when Lexington Catholic brings it in on Saturday.
The intensity level will be picked up where LCA was using the 2-2-1, in my opinion, tonight to try to slow Scott County down, per se, not necessarily try to speed them up. Catholic will try to speed them up with it. And like I said, that's just a difference in philosophy. I think LCA likes to play a slower pace game, not as deep as Lexington Catholic. He goes about 7 deep, so he's going to want to try to slower tempo, which explains the scores, averaging 55 and holding people to 47. I think you're going to see Lexington Catholic Saturday night try to pick that up even further.
Hand check on Glenn Covington. He's done for the night. Team 10. Cam Fluker gets some instruction from Coach Hicks. Glenn Covington, only 3 points, but did a pretty decent job, Mark, handling the basketball and feeding the big guys.
Yeah.
And he responded well. He had that moment, head down, really dejected about getting taken out. Bounced back really well for the
Yes, he did. Came back in and played hard.
Kyle Road has 19. Misses that first one. Blaine Harden into the ball game. He's in for Isaiah Hunt. Second one good as well. Is good, not as well. He missed that first one. Here
little man-to-man.
Coach Hicks wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 30-second variety. Scott County 66, Lexington Christian 47, 4:43 to go. We'll take a timeout, listen to our good sponsor, United Bank, when we get back on the Scott County Sports Network.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 4:43 to go, 66-47. Scott County let the lead get down to 15. They scored 5 quick ones to get it back up to 20. And now we're at 19, and we're going to get something going on here. Is it going to be against Rode, who fouls out, or Cooper Watts, who fouls out? So they're going to give it to Blaine Harden. That's his second.
I'm up for Cooper Watts at the line for 2. First one short.
Isaiah Hunt back in the ball game. So Blaine Harden in there long enough to get the phantom foul call. Cooper Watts becoming mental tonight at the free throw line now. Kyle Road, blocked by Watts. Cooper Robb, rebound, foul, Austin Hall, his third. And Mark, nothing against, I don't mean that derogatory against Cooper Watts, but when you're a 50% free throw shooter, you get the line, miss your first couple, maybe 3 out of 4, and all of a sudden you start thinking about it, don't you?
Yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Hicks trying to tell him right there. Just shoot the ball. But it does become mental, Mike. It does become mental. And the only thing that you can do is keep practicing them, but you got to step up there with the attitude that I'm going to make it.
So Cooper Robb at the free throw line. Makes 2 of them. Cooper Robb, good ball game as usual for that young man. Gave him 14. Kyle Rowe drives. Baseline floater, no good. Clem Dameron with the foul. Michael Marino takes the rebound off the forehead. Clem Dameron picks up his third. Kyle Rode, 67% free throw shooter, struggled a little bit in his own right at the free throw line tonight. He has 20. 21. Blaine Harden in the ball game for Isaiah Hunt. Two for two in that trip, 22 points.
Did they just get Cooper Watts with an elbow?
Oh. Of course, we got to talk about it.
I mean, Cooper's walked over here like he's out of the game. They're going to call both coaches right here. They're getting ready to
do something.
Well, obviously, LCA is going to the free throw line.
You can see Coach Hicks, Coach Valentine talking to Wade Branscombe. Coach Valentine says, look, I've had enough at Wade. I want to talk to the other official. Cooper Watts has a technical foul. That's his fifth. He's done for the night.
Wow. So LCA is going to get the ball, get two shots and the ball back. As Trevor Hill goes to the line for two.
Trevor Hill, 84% free throw shooter, missed two earlier. Not going to miss that one. Give him 7. Make it 8. And they'll get the basketball back. 68-51. Lexington Christian playing hard. They're not done. I didn't see the elbow from Cooper Watts. But number 22, Kyle Rode, had something to say to him after the fact. Cam Fluker gets right in the middle of that pass. Michael Marino, hesitation dribble, splits the defenders, dishes off, but foul on the floor. Foul's going to be on Pierce Dalton. Give him 2 fouls.
Well, Mike, if there wasn't enough fouls called, they're going to start calling it closer than they have been to take control of this. With it's gotten a little bit chippy. Michael Marino misses his first.
Isaiah Hunt back in the ball game. Marino with the second one. Rattles it in. Give him 26. Trevor Hill splits defenders, reverse layup. No good. Cooper Robb battling for it. Isaiah Hunt comes up with it. Pass down to Hall, who's left alone. Bucket's good. Austin Hall, first points of the night. Cooper Robb no looks to Dameron. Dameron with the finish.
Good job right there. Good job by Clem finishing. Nice look.
25, Austin Hall with the foul. His fourth. Clem Dameron off the bench, mark 11 big points. Missed it. Bryce Long almost
grab it.
Cheated and got the rebound, but the ball out of bounds off of Bryce. Good hustle. 3:38 to go here, 71-53. Bryce Long's like, what am I supposed to do? He picked up his fourth.
I'm telling you, boys, if they weren't shooting free throws tonight, this kept LCA as close as it's been.
Kyle Rode, 23 points. And Mark,
I wonder what the record is, Mike, for not to interrupt you, but what's the record for the most fouls called in a game?
I don't know. We might be 1 or 2 away from it. But what I was going to ask you is, how impressive is it for Kyle Rode, who picked up that 4th foul with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter?
You almost want to say, if you're LCA, let's just start the game with 4 fouls and let him play, because I don't know if I've ever seen anybody play as well as he's played with 4 fouls.
Clem Dameron with the bucket. Miss from LCA. Foul on Blaine Harden. And he legitimately earned that one, his third.
Michael Marino will go back to the line.
73-55. Michael Marino, a chance to get the lead to 20. Give him the first one. Isaiah Hunt, Blaine Harden. It's about the 17th time they've give each other 5 tonight. Offensive, defensive substitution going on. Michael Marino makes the second. Give him 28 points to lead all scorers. 75-55. Inside the Road. Road finish 26. So we got a battle going on between Mr. Road and Mr. Marino. Nice long. He was like, I'm too open. Cam Fluker, left wing three-pointer, no good. Dameron knocks it out of bounds. Now they're going to say it's off Isaiah Hunt. Wow. Good set play. Rob loses on the way up. Foul call on LCA.
That's 25. Yep, that's his 5th. Austin Hall picks up his 5th.
Austin Hall. That's his 5th personal foul.
So the second Eagle to foul out tonight. Scott County has had Glenn Covington and Cooper Watts foul out as well, so 2 and 2. Cooper Robb at the free throw line, 71% free throw shooter, Mr. Robb. $15 points. Cooper Robb going to be a good one as well for Scott County. 16 points. And the lead's at 20. We have a timeout, LCA. Full timeout, 2:43 to go. The game that's taken forever to end. 77-57 back on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 2:43 to go, 77-57. Kyle Road to Hill. Left side three-pointer, no good. Hill lets it go again. This one in and out. Cam Fluker, the smallest man on the floor with the rebound. And some dribbling skills. And foul on Pierce Dalton. That'll be his third.
So Cam Fluker will go to the line for 2.
Cam Fluker, first free throws of the season, Mark. As into the ball game coming in for Scott County after the first free throw, Zane Wilson, number 22, a 6'6 sophomore, along with Caleb Covington, the junior. And body language right there, Cam Fluker, he'd made his mind up. He had no shot at making that free throw. Just my opinion, not being critical.
Mike, you're talking about Zane Wilson, the 6'6 sophomore. I mean, he's got a lot of upside with that 6'6" frame. Fluker hits the second one.
Dalton sneaks down and Rob blocks the shot. That saved Rob probably getting a little bit of a tongue lashing for letting the defender behind him. Bryce Long says, I've had enough tonight anyway. Give me my 5th foul. I've got 11 points.
Wow.
2:07 to go. Josh Davis back in for Scott County. After the first one, a boatload of Eagles coming in.
And for the Eagles, here's Dalton for 2.
Dalton, 7 points off the bench. Make it 8. In the ball game for LCA, Christian Macbeth, Justin DeMoss, number 32, Justin Eiler, 6-foot senior, making his first appearance, and Blaine Harden, number 13. Dalton hits the second, give him 9. And that'll bring in number 14, Jacob Blakeman. .207. Cam Fluker on the bounce. Wilson with the basketball to Covington. Cutter, Cooper Robb looking, and Zane Wilson just a tad late, wasn't he, Mark? Cooper Robb expecting to be a little early. Blaine Harden layup, no good. Caleb Covington battling for it. Out of bounds. Will stay on the Lexington Christian side. Foul's going to be on Josh Davis. That's his first.
Wow. Justin Eiler at the line for 2. His first appearance at the line tonight. First one up and good for the 6-foot senior guard. Gets his name in the book. Makes it 78-60. Second free throw up long. Caleb Covington, excuse me.
Caleb Covington says, I'm just going to dance around on my pivot foot here, and somebody's going to foul me.
That was on Eiler, 32.
Justin Eiler, his first.
Caleb Covington will go by the line for 2, Mike.
30-second timeout, LCA. 2 subs in for Scott County. Number 3, Bryce Fryman, 5'9" sophomore guard, as well as number 33, Lorenzo Williams, a 6-foot freshman guard. 1:43 to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back on the Scott County Sports Network.
The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold or down.
Welcome back. Caleb Covington at the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Caleb a little disgusted with himself. Here goes the second one. Zane Wilson into the lane a little bit early. And they're going to say
LCA jump. Yeah.
Justin DeMoss, they're going to talk about it.
They're going to give him one more. They're going to say that LCA was in the lane first.
No, Zane Wilson wasn't in the lane at all, was he?
10 foot. I mean, you know. That's all Cabo needed.
Caleb Covington.
Himself reset.
His first point of the night. Long pass to Eiler. Back out to Macbeth. Macbeth loses his footing, and Caleb Covington is going to get the block call. His first.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. He looked like he moved his feet as well as anybody tonight.
Macbeth at the free throw line. 4-2. First one is good. Give him 2 points. make it 3. The lead's at 17, 79-62, a minute 33 to go. Bryce Fryman, the cutter. Shot no good. Josh Davis battling for Macbeth. So Eiler on the bounce in the baseline. Back out top to Blakeman. Macbeth fires the 3, hits the support system. And it'll be Scott County basketball. So 1:06 to go. Scott County, barring a miracle, are going to win their 5th ball game of the year. They're going to improve to 5-1. They'll be back in action on Saturday night. Lexington Catholic, like we always say, get out and see the game live. And if there's one high school basketball game, if you're wondering, should you attend or not, will it be entertaining? I guarantee you, Saturday's game against Lexington Catholic will be entertaining as Zane Wilson gets his first bucket tonight. That game will be at 7:30 right here at Scott County High School. Lexington Catholic's going to go to 4-1. Josh Davis on the finish. 2 points.
Lorenzo William made a nice pass.
Lexington Christian off until next Tuesday, the 15th. They'll take on PL Dunbar at 8 p.m.
PL Dunbar off to a great start.
Yep.
Represented Central Kentucky pretty well down at the Marshall County Hoop Fest.
Yes, they did.
Coach Chalk's got them playing well.
So again, we will not be able to bring you either game tomorrow night. Clay County, where Scott County boys travel to take on Corbin. Zane Wilson with the putback miss, no good. Put back up and in. Zane Wilson.
Mike, he's just padding his rebound stats.
4 points for Mr. Wilson. Also, the girls play at Danville tomorrow night against Boyle County as Macbeth hits the three-pointer at the buzzer. But we'll be back in action here on the Scott County Sports Network on Saturday as Scott County takes on Lexington Catholic. Looking at it quickly, your point totals unofficial. Cam Fluker with 1. Bryce Long 11. Cooper Robb had 16. Good ball game for him as usual. Caleb Covington with 1. Glenn Covington with 3. Josh Davis with 2. Zane Wilson had 4. Michael Marino 28 to lead all scorers. Clem Dameron with 13. Cooper Watts with 6 to round out the scoring for Scott County. For Lexington Christian, Pierce Dalton off the bench with 9. Christian Macbeth with 6. Trevor Hill with 8. Isaiah Hunt with 4. Kyle Rode led the Eagles with 26. Trey King had 8. Austin Hall with 2. Justin Eiler with 1. So your final score, Scott County 85. Lexington Christian 65. For myself, Mike Ritchie. For Mark Walls, Jack Wilhite running the camera, Kevin Ritchie producing the broadcast. We're the Scott County Sports Network. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you right here on Saturday night. Have a good evening.